Do you give a funk about the funk in your house?
This is the Elegant Homes Podcast with your home improvement expert, Don Riley. Don gives you weekly tips on the biggest investment you'll ever make, your home. Plus, Don talks to industry's leading professionals to make your home elegant. The Elegant Homes Podcast with Don Riley is powered by Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky.
Welcome back to Elegant Home Podcast. I'm your host, Don Riley, where we make every home elegant, one home at a time. It is a funky Elegant Home Podcast weekend. We got you moving and grooving here at the Elegant Home Podcast. I tell you what, we've got some exciting news to here at the podcast. 2023 is just, we're blowing the door off this thing. Not only is it a funky weekend here at the Elegant Home Podcast, but my producers have come up with the unbelievable idea of giving some cash away to you. So if you go to our page on TikTok or you go to our page on YouTube and you click that link, click right there, and you like us and you make a comment, funky boy, funky girl, whatever you want to put on there. It's a funky podcast weekend. You want to wear the silk like I did today, or you just want to put a picture, anything you want to do, you click it, you're entered to win our first giveaway. What is it, Tony? Roll that wheel. Oh, here we go. 450, 350, $250. So we're going to give away the month of February, $250. We'll be sending it to you. So enter to win right here at the Elegant Home Funky Podcast weekend. Also, let's get into the show today. I am so excited, not only about this show, but where we're heading in the direction of home improvements, because I'm telling you, we are looking at the Funky Podcast weekend today, but are also looking at the funk inside the home when it comes to button the house up for the winter, and those furnaces are burning both ends of the candle, and you need to pull those filters out and check those things because they get a lot of dirt and grime, and that stuff's just flowing through the house, and that is funky. We don't want funk inside the house. We want you breathing that good, clean, fresh air. So get you a HEPA filter. Put your HEPA filter inside the furnace. Keep that air flowing real nice and good. Also, get inside those ducts and make sure if you need one of these service companies to come out and actually clean the ducts out, they can actually put a chemical inside, which is non-harmful, inside the ducts. They can blow everything out, then get that clean, fresh air flowing through the home. If you have allergies, a lot of people with allergies will actually clean those ducts at least once or twice a year because they can get really, really nasty. We did a test on some of these, filters and things that people are using in their homes. They're going and buying these cheap filters. Do yourself a favor, spend a little bit more money and buy the good filters for your furnace because you need that good, clean, fresh air coming through there. Also, UV light. There are a lot of UV light applications you can put into your furnace to kill some of that bacteria that's flowing through the house. So there's a lot of good HVAC companies out there that we actually recommend. So if you need one of those, comment below. We'll be more than happy to send you info on some of these high-end HVAC guys that can come out. They do UV lights. They do HEPA filters. They do a lot of these things that will actually keep the air flowing nice and fresh in your home because we don't want you having funk in the house. I'm Don Riley. I'm your host from the Elegant Home Podcast, and we'll be right back. We're going to take a short break. Are you looking for that new truck, maybe that new Silverado, or maybe even that new Trail Boss? I'm telling you, those new Trail Boss look really good. You got to stop out and see my good friend Rob Marshall at Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky. Their team is bar none the best. I've bought all my vehicles for the Elegant Home Podcast right there, and I'm telling you, these guys get it done. Have you looked at their social media lately? They are shipping vehicles out the door left and right, and I'm telling you, their vehicles are top notch. I love Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky, and I'll tell you why. They treat me and the Elegant Home Podcast like family. So stop out and see Rob and the gang, and they'll take care of you. And make sure you tell them that Don Riley, and I'm going to say it again, Don Riley from the Elegant Home Podcast sent you and your family to Rob Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky.
The Marshall Auto Group has grown into one of the largest dealer groups in the state of Kentucky, and we're right in your backyard. With locations in Dry Ridge, Crittenden, and Florence, we're convenient and easy to get to. Plus, we have hundreds of new and used vehicles priced to make it worth your drive. We're a family-run business, making us easy to deal with. Come see us. Marshall Dry Ridge Toyota, Marshall Chrysler Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Marshall Motors of Florence, and Marshall Power Sports. The Marshall Auto Group, easy to get to, easy to deal with.
Man, you're listening to that funky music here at the Elegant Home Podcast Funk Weekend. I tell you, we are having some fun today. We're keeping that funk out of your home. I'll take the funk glasses back off, but you know, we are talking today all about UV lights, keeping the funk out of the house, and making sure that you keep your home protected for years to come, and keep that good, fresh, clean air flowing through the house. And how do you do that? Well, some of the things that you have to do is, of course, check those filters inside those furnaces. Make sure you get yourself a HEPA filter. Those are really, really important. Also, humidifiers. You can put humidifiers in your room to keep that cool, fresh air flowing through the house constantly. I actually have one in my bedroom, and it just, I have really bad allergies. So, a lot of people say, why do I get those dark circles under my eyes? And my eyes feel all puffy when I wake up. That's because you're breathing all these toxins inside the home, and basically they're just not good for you, and you're not getting proper sleep too if you're getting all these particles in your nose and you're constantly blowing your nose. So if you live in an older home and you're really trying to fight, keeping that good, clean, fresh air, do yourself a favor. Check your insulation in your walls. Make sure everything's, nothing's getting out. Sometimes those pollens will get into the filter system and they'll blow them through the house. You don't want that. Also, check the filter downstairs in your furnace. Pull it out. Make sure it's nice and clean. Also, check your filter inside your air purification system too. If you got one in your bedroom or you got a humidifier, check those. Sometimes you got to keep those clean too. So we want you breathing good. We want you feeling good. And we don't want that funk inside your house. So we want to keep you nice and safe, and make sure that you keep the music blowing up in the house with the funk, but your house isn't got the funk. Once again, it's a funky, funky weekend here at the Elegant Home Podcast. And I want to let you know about that. Cash is flowing in February. The producers here have actually allowed me to give away some cash. So now if you like our page on YouTube, or you go to TikTok and make a comment or like our page, you're instantly entered in to win this grand prize right here at the Elegant Home Podcast. So make sure you do it today, and we're going to make sure we keep your home funky, and we're going to give you some cash. So we'll see you next time here at the Elegant Home Podcast. I'm your host, Don Riley, where we make every home elegant, one home at a time.